Hello everyone. Today we are going to study constitution, why and how. So we start with the meaning and features. Constitution is a fundamental legal document which is a set of rules that govern the country, rights and privileges given to citizens, powers as well as limitations on the powers of government. The second thing that comes to our mind is functions of constitution. Functions of a constitution are: number 1, constitution allows assurance and coordination. It includes a basic set of rules that establishes minimal coordination amongst members of a society. These rules are legally enforceable. Since the rules are legally enforceable, there is an assurance of equality for everyone. It eliminates discrimination and hence people live together peacefully. Number 2, specification of decision making powers. Constitution provides for basic structure of government within a nation. It further specifies basic allocation of power within the government. For example, under the Indian Constitution, Parliament is the law-making agency, but at the same time, Parliament works under the Constitution. Number 3, limitations on the powers of government. Constitution limits authority of government so that it cannot trespass freedom of individuals. The most common way of limiting the authority of government is by specifying certain fundamental rights for citizens which the governments are not allowed to violate. For example, citizens are protected from being arrested arbitrarily for no reason at all. Number 4, aspirations and goals of a society are reflected in the Constitution. Constitution enshrines aspirations of a society that is free from discrimination and ensures a life of minimal dignity. It enables the government to take positive welfare measures to overcome forms of inequality or deprivations. For example, reservation policy under the Indian Constitution. The third topic which we are going to study is factors behind effectiveness of a constitution. Number 1, mode of promulgation. In many countries, constitutions remained defunct because they are crafted by military leaders or leaders who are not popular. On the other hand, constitutions which are created in the aftermath of popular national movements tend to become successful. Example: US and South African constitutions. The authority of people who enact the constitution determine its effectiveness. Number 2, the substantive provisions of a constitution. The hallmark of a successful constitution is that it gives everyone in the society some or other reasons to go along with its provisions. If any group feels that their identity is being stifled, they will have no reason to abide by the constitution. Number 3, balanced institutional design. Constitutions are often subverted not by people but by small groups who wish to enhance their powers. Well crafted constitutions fragment powers in the society intelligently, and thus it allows effectiveness of the constitution. Number 4, institutional arrangements. A balanced institutional arrangement of powers and functions of government also aids in success of constitution. Now we go with the with another subtopic, that is making of the Indian Constitution. The Constituent Assembly of India. The Indian Constitution was made by a Constituent Assembly which had been elected for undivided India. Its composition is as follows. Under the suggestions of Cabinet Mission Plan of British government, the Constituent Assembly of India was composed of the following. Altogether 385 members consisting of 292 elected from provinces and 93 nominated from princely states were chosen. Allotted seats were in proportion to their respective population in the ratio of 1:10 lakh. These seats were distributed among three main communities, that is Muslims, Sikhs and general, in proportion to their population. The method of proportional representation with single transferable vote system was selected for elections. After partition, 299 members remained in the assembly. Another subtopic actually, working of Constituent Assembly. The Constituent Assembly had 8 different committees on different subjects. Prominent leaders like Jawaharlal Nehru, Maulana Azad, Vallabhbhai Patel, Rajendra Prasad and Dr. B.R. Ambedkar chaired these committees. Each committee usually drafted particular subjects which were then subjected to debate by the entire assembly. Every single argument, differences, and queries were responded with great care and in writing. An attempt was made to reach a consensus. The assembly met for 166 days, spread over 2 years, 11 months, and 18 days. Now, one very important thing, this chapter almost I completed in this short summary. It is completed, but one very important thing which you all need to know is the important dates related to framing of the Indian Constitution. So, number 1, 9th of December 1946. 9th of December 1946. Dr. Sachidanand Sinha was elected as temporary chairman. 11th of December 1946. Dr. Rajendra Prasad was elected unanimously as chairman of the Constituent Assembly. 13th of December 1946. Pandit Nehru proposed objective resolution that included ideals, objectives and purpose behind the Constitution. 22nd of January 1947. 8 major committees were appointed to suggest set of rules on different matters. August 1947, drafting committee was appointed under the chairmanship of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, which prepared the draft in February 1948. November 1948, Constituent Assembly started discussion on all proposals one by one, including changes if proposed and accepted by the Assembly. 26th November 1949. The Constitution was now complete and most of the members signed on it. 26th of January 1950. The Constitution was formally adopted and thus 26th of January is celebrated as the Republic Day of India. Thank you, students. This was the gist and this was the overall summary of the chapter Constitution, Why and How.